Hello everyone, I'm Umar, I'm 4th grade at Tishig International University in Biology Education Department. Today I would like to talk about one of the process in our cell. Of course, you know every living thing's composed of cell. So inside the cell we have different organelle. So those different organelle, of course, they have different function. One of the organelle, and they have some function. Today we are going to talk about, and I will explain for you, which is um, passive transport in cell membrane or plasma membrane. Imagine, for example, this is animal cell. We have different organelle inside, and we have um, one organelle, or outside of the cell we have cell membrane, which is one of the most important organelle inside the cell, inside every living thing's cell. The function of this lipid bilayer or plasma membrane or cell membrane is can some nutrient and materials and some cell needed can pass through and move from outside to inside the cell, and some waste inside the cell, of course our cell have waste, go to inside or release or left the cell. So this is cell membrane. So today we are going to talk about one of the function in cell membrane. We have two types of transport. We have active transport and passive transport. In passive transport, today I would like to talk about only passive transport. Passive transport, the main point, first of all, before starting today's lesson, you should know and learn which is does not require energy. It means they don't need energy. This process don't need energy. This is first and important point. So let's move to the today's lesson. Today's different part of today's lesson. First of all, we have passive transport. What's passive transport? The definition of passive transport and the different type of passive transport. And the second one of the passive transport, which is osmosis, and the second one is first one diffusion, and the second one osmosis, and the last one we have facilitated diffusion. Let's move one by one. Let's move to the topic one by one. First of all, what's passive transport? Basically, passive transport is the biological process inside every living things, inside every cell, which is molecule can move or go to inside the cell or can go to outside the cell. Basically movement of molecule from this is very important. First point, the movement of molecule, and the second one, from where to where, from high concentration to low concentration. Passive transport does not require energy. The movement of molecule from high concentration to low concentration. Yes, of course. We have different type of passive transport. First one we have diffusion, and the second one we have osmosis, and the third and last one we have facilitated diffusions. Inshallah, I will explain one by one. First one, we have diffusion. Let's start. What's diffusion? Diffusion is the movement of molecule. This is first point. From high concentration to low concentration. This is point 2. Doesn't require energy. This is point 3 of high concentration. Yes, of course. let's imagine we have this spring perfume. In here we have a high concentration of this perfume in this room, and after a minute this spring perfume reach to every part inside this room. This is high concentration of spring perfume to the low concentration of spring perfume in this room. This is, as I show you in this example, similarly in biological system, O2, of course, O2, oxygen, and CO2, and other nutrients work like that, from high concentration to low concentration. It means CO2 and O2 and nutrient example of simple diffusion or diffusion. Do you have any question? So, alhamdulillah. We have some factors which can affect the rate of diffusion. First one, the size of molecule. If the size of molecule large, the diffusion rate slow or the diffusion rate decrease. If the size of molecule small, the range of diffusion diffusion increase. If the size of molecule large, the rate of diffusion decrease. It means vice versa. The second one, temperature. If temperature increase, the rate of diffusion increase. If temperature decrease, the rate of diffusion decrease. The third one, we have surface area. If we have a large amount of solvent, or you can say if we have a large surface, the rate of diffusion faster or increase. If we have a small surface area, the range or the rate of diffusion decrease. Yes. And we have another example for diffusion. If we have a ball, or in here we have part filling. If we have rolling down in a hill, it doesn't require energy. For example, you can say we don't need energy because this ball, for example, can automatically move in a hill. Yes. And the last one, we have permeability. If the membrane permeability increase, the rate of diffusion again increase. If membrane permeability decrease, the rate of diffusion decrease.